All right, for today's tutorial, I'm going to be showing you how to use the roofing tools for a soffit, for gutters, and for fascia. So let's go ahead and start off with showing you how to do some fascia. For those of you who don't know, fascia is a piece of board that goes on the side of your roof here. So in order to create that in Revit, we're going to come up over here to architecture. I'm going to go over here to roof, click the down arrow, and click roof fascia. And the default roof fascia is 1 inch thick and 12 inches wide. And the roof I have is a 12-inch roof. So that will be perfect for what we need. Now you'll notice that there's a little bit of a blue line that shows up whenever I hover over the roof here. And you're going to click the top of the roof to be able to create the fascia. And so we're just going to go ahead and do that at the top of the edge of the roof. We're going to do that for all of the edges of the roof that we see here. I'll go ahead and rotate so we can get these other sides as well. Just like that. Keep coming around the roof. And last but not least, right there. So now you'll see I have fascia on all of the edges of my roof. And that's pretty standard. That's normal what we should do. Awesome. So fascia is pretty straightforward. And of course, if you want to change a type of fascia, you can click on your fascia, go to edit type, and there's only a 1x12 in here, but you can always duplicate it. Let's go ahead and do that. We'll show a different size. Let's say we do it by 8 inches. Go ahead and click OK. And then you can come over here and change it to a 1x8 fascia. And then all of our fascia will only be 8 inches tall. But since this is a 12-inch roof, we're going to go ahead and click back on that fascia. And I'm going to change it back to my 1x12 size. So fascia is pretty straightforward. Next, I'll go and show you how to do the gutters. So go ahead and click on gutter. And you'll notice there's just one kind in here that's preloaded, and it's a bevel 5x5. This is just a really standard gutter. And so we'll do the same thing. We'll click on the top side of the edge of the roof where we want to put a gutter, and now we have a gutter. So we'll just go ahead and do that for all the straight sides of the roof here. All right, so now we have fascia and we have gutters. All that we need to now add is a soffit. And the soffit is the part of a roof that goes right under the overhang here. And so in order to create that, we're going to need to come over here into our roofing plan. And we'll come up again to architecture, click on our roof tool. Oh, that put me on the actual roof tool. I'll escape out of that. Oh, it is still having me try to create a footprint. There we go. Come over to roof down arrow and click on the soffit. So now what we want to do is to create that soffit. And how we're going to do that, we're going to come over here and click the pick roof edges tool here. So you're going to click that right here. I'm going to click that right here. And so now it's going to create one that just shows up covering the entire footprint of the roof, which we don't want. We just want it to be the edges that we have here. And these roofs that I created have an overhang of 2 feet. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go click OF for offset, and we're going to change the offset to 2 feet because that's what my overhang is. We're just going to click on both of these 2 lines here to represent where those overhangs are going to be. I'm going to go ahead and click escape, and I'm going to trim these. Do the same over here so that it follows the footprint we want. And then we'll do the same thing with these pieces down here. And then go ahead and click OK. And so we'll come into our 3D view, And you'll notice I can't see the soffit that I just created. And the reason for that is you can see kind of through this wall, there's my soffits right there. It created them at the base of the roof level. And so what we need to do is I'm going to go ahead and hide this wall, click on my soffit. We'll come so that we're looking at the front. And I'm still selected on my soffit. And we're going to go select the offset from the base until we can bring the soffit so it's right up here on the edge. So let's go ahead and try this down here. We'll go 5 feet. See what that gives us. So it should bring my soffit up. As you can see, it's not quite to the top of my to the bottom of my roof line yet. So let's go ahead and move that up a little bit more. This is the offset from the base again. Let's add 6 inches. See what happens. Perfect. We have it lined up right with the bottom of the roof. So now we have a soffit for both of my gables right here. And we'll go ahead and create a soffit for this one as well. We'll reveal the hidden so that my wall comes back. Come back to my roof level. And again, come up here to roof, down arrow. Let's click on soffit. Let's click on the outline of the roof. We'll get the entire roof this time. Do the same thing, OF for offset. We still have that 2-foot overhang. So we'll go and click on these 2 edges right here. And we'll go ahead and trim them. And the same thing up here. Go ahead and click OK. Come into 3D view. And you'll see now that my soffit is actually sticking out of the side of my roof, which is not exactly where we want it to be. So we're going to come over here to the offset from base, and we want to move it down a couple of inches. So let's go ahead and put in negative, and let's go with 6 inches to see where that puts us. I'm going to move it down a little bit more. Let's just go negative 1 foot. And a little bit more, I'm going to say that's another 6 inches. Perfect. And now you know how to create fascia, soffit, and gutters for your project. I hope this was helpful.